Alright guys, in this video we're going to go ahead and install the Braum racing harness seatbelts onto the 370Z. I've had these for some time now, but I just never really got the chance to install it because I didn't have the harness bar itself, but we just installed that in the previous video, so if you want to watch that, go ahead and check that video out. I decided to make two different parts just because the other video was a lot longer. I had to make some modifications to make the harness bar work. This is a 5-point harness, which means that there's 5 locations where it mounts to. I'm only going to be using possibly the 4 at the top, and this bottom one, I most likely won't be using it unless I can find a location to mount it. But for the most part, I haven't seen any videos on how they install this bottom part. But this is how it's supposed to look. As you can see, this one on the left side is already attached, so you can't actually remove it. So this is the only way it goes, and it's going to go pointing down. That way it doesn't unlatch accidentally, because if you have it upwards, there's a chance it might rub on either like your top area or your stomach, and then it'll unlatch it. So that's why it's pointing down. And the latches that are right here on the ends that go inside right here, they should be kind of curved like that to attach there, and that's how they should all be on each side. Now for the seat belts, I am going to keep these on the side to use that to connect to the little bolts that came with the hardware, which is this right here. So we're gonna put this in place where the seatbelt goes, the original one, on each side. For the back ones, you actually do not need these latches over here, which are these. We're gonna remove those, and we're just gonna use the seatbelt itself to be able to connect it. I'll show you guys how we're gonna wrap it around on the harness bar. You would only use these on the back part with that latch if you had a way to be able to mount it to the back. And then I'll talk about the actual bar that comes on the 370Z already, why you wouldn't use that. Let's go ahead and start installing this thing, and then we'll go from there. So I'll pick it up in a little bit. Since I'm installing the harness seats, I thought I'd go ahead and show you guys this right here as well. I've noticed that recently my seat, as you guys can see, is moving a lot more than it really should be. And in order to fix that, you need to remove the handle right here. It goes like that, and there's a screw that goes right here. You're gonna remove that. This will slide right out, and then there's another screw right here which will remove this cover. So you're just gonna remove that, and then you got to remove this. It slides right out. So just like that, remove this plastic piece, that way it doesn't get stuck on there. Slide it out, and then right here is where it gets loose. So you have that bolt right there, and you can see that when I move it, you can see it wobbling back and forth, so you need to tighten that. So right there you guys can see that I'm tightening it, and it is pretty loose. I think it just gets loose over time. Right there you can see that's already a little bit better. Now I'm going to begin by removing the bolt over here on the side. It is a 14 mil. Just like that. And then we're going to go ahead and put one of these in place right here. Let me make sure it actually threads in first. And it does. Okay, so we're good. It's gonna go something like that, but I'm gonna retain or keep everything on here. Just take it off and put this in its place. In order to remove this piece right here, you just gotta twist it, and then you can go ahead and just start taking it off that way. I've seen people that try pulling on the little spikes on the ends, but you don't really have to do that. Just turn it. You can grab like a flathead and then pry it right here on the side and push it, and then that'll release it, so you can go ahead and take it off. It's that simple. And then we're gonna take this off and put it in the exact same order that it is now, just using that one over there, just like that. And then you're gonna go ahead and grab the other piece on this end and put it on right there as well. Once you have it on there, grab a open and a wrench and just put it on the side and tighten it. That way it doesn't get loose on you, and then you should be good. Now this is secured right there. And then we can go ahead and put our other side of the belt on there. When I install this one over here, I would put it on the other side like this, and I could just push it to the back and hide it, connect it back there. But then I would be able to retain this, I guess, hinge right here to connect it there, and at the same time keep my belt so I don't lose it or anything crazy like that. So that's what I'm gonna have to end up doing for right now. On the other side, my seats are dirty. I play soccer and like I always throw my bag in here, so it has a bunch of like grass thrown all over the place. I will have to detail this car. But right there, same thing, have to remove it, take it off, and then put it on the other side. Alright, so here are the seatbelts installed on the driver's side. And then we have these, that way the seatbelts like don't go out of place. I mean, they shouldn't really go towards the middle because you're always going to be kind of like having them secured on, so it shouldn't really move to like the sides. And I saw a clip or a video somewhere where somebody had one right here. I don't really think it's necessary. I believe that the kit most likely did come with more of these to be able to put some right there. That way it can secure it and this doesn't like open or come loose. But I only have these two right here, and I just attached one on there, kind of like really loose. As you can see, I still haven't like secured it all the way, but it's on there, just testing it to see how it looks. But here's how the seatbelts are on over here. I'll show you guys how I did it. I had it in a reverse order, but I was pretty positive it didn't go like that, because then the excess of the seatbelt was like up here and it was just like hanging down. So I switched it around to go ahead and have it this way, because when it was attached to the other metal clips, it was facing the other way, which doesn't look right. So I decided to go ahead and put it in reverse order, that way it can sit like properly like this and doesn't look all messy. And the inside looks like this. I know my seats are dirty. I need to get somebody to come clean them, or I can try cleaning them myself, but it has a bunch of like dog hair. I haven't cleaned them in a while, but that's how it's looking right there. And then I have one like loosely over there on that side, and so far it looks really good. It just completes it. And then right here I have this one. I put this part over the lever right here because when I had it under, every time I would like pull it up, it would open this, or it would pull this up, and then my seat would move forward. So I decided to go ahead and put it on the side right here, just like that, so I don't have that issue. And then it attaches right there. I already checked these out and they fit really good. We just got to do the other side over here. So let me go ahead and put these on. Alright, so I already got this in the place that I want it. Just gonna go ahead and tighten it down. That should be good right there. And I just measured it out to make sure it's the same size as the other one, and it's pretty even right there. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put it in through the hole over there. And then we're gonna loop it right here. And then you wanna go ahead and give yourself some space right here. Pull this forward, and then you want to put this end right in here on the first hole, just like that, and then loop it again to the other one on top of it. Just like that. Then now you can pull it. And then now you can measure out how far you want it by pulling this, and then pulling it right here, pulling this down, and then pulling this forward on the inside. Just like that. And it will most likely do a little bit more. It depends on your body, but going. That's pretty much it right there. That's how you get it in. And then now just pull it and it should get really tight. Should be good right there. Alright, there you guys go. There's the final result. How it looks. Came out really sick. Really happy with how it came out. Pretty simple install, especially because I had everything that I needed. It already came with like the nuts and the hardware that I needed to be able to install it. And let's look at the front. Damn, that looks so sick. But it looks really good. I'll try to clean it and I'll take another video, a cinematic. Alright guys, so I took the time to clean the car a little bit, make it look a lot nicer. I mean, it's still a little bit dirty. I need to go through it with like a lint roller or something to take off all these little hairs, but that's how it's looking. It looks really sick. And then this one, I had to go ahead and adjust it. This one's a little bit different. You have to like push this back and then it'll allow you to move this over because it has like little spikes on it that it grabs onto. But that was pretty easy once I figured it out. And let me show you the back really quick. There you go. It looks pretty sick and clean. And then going into detail, what I was talking about earlier about using this right here, you should never use this at any point to mount your harness on there, because this is not strong enough to support you like getting into an accident, for example. So what this is it's like a hollow bar that is just there. I'm not even exactly sure why it's really there, but it's so hollow that I feel like you could easily bend this if you just like step on it. I've removed this thing before and it just has like a few nuts and bolts holding it in on the other side. Let me see if I can take it off. Right there, you guys can kind of see it. It just has these like nuts and bolts holding it in right there, and you're not gonna have any support at all, because then this thing is just gonna lunge forward once you get into an accident. So that's why it's important that you don't use that. It's not structurally strong in order to be able to support your weight or even an accident if you were to get into one. So that's why I wanted to talk about this. There is aftermarket ones that they make for this. I've seen a titanium one, which I think would be really sick, but that thing is expensive. I think it's like over $1,000. This is only about $300, so the price difference is pretty huge, and I even got it for cheaper than that, so I got really lucky. All right, so right now I have my camera above on the sun visor thing, but I wanted to show you guys like how this works and how it looks. Mine's actually a really tight fit. Like, I really gotta pull it in order to secure it. Right there, you can see that it works like that. This one goes in like that, and this one like that, and now it's secured. Fits really tight. Once you get these on and they're really tight to your body, like you can't really move to the sides, and like if you have something on your passenger side, you can't really reach it because it does really hold you. Like, it's on there really good. But I like that. I like that you can't really move, like it's supposed to hug you to the seat, and it does that exactly. And then to remove them, just turn it and then it releases all of them just like that. So getting in is going to be a little bit harder. Getting out is going to be a lot easier. It doesn't take like no time at all, as you guys saw. All right guys, so we're going to go ahead and end the video right there. Hopefully you guys enjoy this install. I love these seats, the harness part, everything just put together. It looks really sick and it feels really good. I honestly have no regrets with this purchase at all. So hopefully this helps you guys out if you want to get this or not. I think it actually works. It does support you very well. Like, I can't move at all. It does hug you and you can't like get out of your seat or nothing. So I 100% like these. They look cool, they look sick, and I think it's a great buy. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to stay tuned for the channel. There's a lot of things going on. I just installed the Tommy extension on the 370Z, but I found a crack on the exhaust, so I'm going to be getting that fixed. I'm going to be taking it to my friend Nito so he can go ahead and fix that. But that's going to be coming up in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.